Um, so I think when we speak about shelter and indigenous communities in the context of India, I need to speak about the kacha house. The kacha house literally translates to the raw house, and it envelopes all the houses that are made out of natural materials such as mud, bamboo, straw, etc. But when you do a quick Google search on the internet, the key words that show up are non-durable, weak, temporary structures. If we dare to look a little closer, what we find are actually very place adaptive, climate sensitive, low carbon structures that really respond to the region that they are placed at. And every element of the house, starting from the floors to the roof, have so much detail and so much indigenous knowledge in them that it is not easy to understand that from the common eye. But if we take this simple wall, which is a mud wall, in this wall there are about 8 different natural additives added into it, and a specific application technique to make them last longer and make them more durable. And if we study a little bit deeper into this unique knowledge system of additives that are added into different elements of the house, we find that even in a small region, that is a southern state of Kerala, there are over 50 ingredients that are region specific, used by different communities depending on where they lived. Unfortunately, due to the change in climate and the weakening of their existing ecosystems, we do find industrial elements come in and infiltrating these beautiful vernacular structures. And again, the solutions that they are given in the name of resilient buildings are very non-place adaptive, high carbon, and insensitive interventions that really don't respond to the people or the context of the place. And the true cost of this is the loss of generations of traditional know-how and indigenous wisdom. So what we need to look at when we think of solutions is to strengthen the existing traditional knowledge systems, innovate and include them instead of ignoring them. So in our own way, what we're trying to achieve is not only resilient buildings, but also resilient communities. Thank you. So one of the things that, the difficulties or the challenges when we think of capacity building, especially in rural contexts, is not the action of capacity building and encouraging the knowledge systems that they already have, but it's more in the implementation, like Rim was suggesting, that there is a huge gap between the policy level changes that need to be made and the way construction projects are seen as and how they are developed or delivered. So the idea, I think, is to see how we can bring back the whole people-centric ownership aspect of construction and actually really taking from the indigenous communities itself and seeing how we can relearn and reshare that kind of system when we are looking at building solutions for them, instead of trying to look at external parties who can come and build where they have no knowledge of the local materials or the local resources that is available or the local technique to be able to give the right solution for that particular place or region.
Thank you very much. Well, I think we are just in time, so I will resume really quickly our panel. So exploring ways that arts, culture, and heritage can address issues of food and shelter in sustainable, resilient ways. is what we have heard today with these very powerful and very live projects. So thanks a lot to our panelists for sharing with us their rich experiences.